Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Let me introduce myself. My name is Nur Nisa and ID number 086. And here I want to answer question for assignment from sir. And let's get started. Question number 1. What do you know of language in linguistic perspective, language in discourse perspective, and language in psycholinguistic perspective? Okay. Language in linguistic perspective says that language can be said to consist of 5 elements, namely sound, word, structure, meaning, and culture of use. And second, language in discourse perspective. According to McCarthy, language consists of 2 components, namely bond as form as much as 50% 100 and function as much as 50% 100. And the last, language in a psycholinguistic perspective. Language in a psycholinguistic perspective combine all these components where the bond consists of 5 elements, the function of use, and there will be no results without the role of the mind. Question number 2. In order to be able to produce speech, the mind goes through stage. What stage are they? When do humans need in order to be able to function the stage? Explain your answer. Okay. The stage that go through to produce speech start with pre-linguistic activity or determining concept and selecting appropriate words and sentence structures. Then sending pre-linguistic information to produce area which plays a role in producing speech. Therefore, the articulation stage is carried out by the brain. The angular gyrus area function to receive language product up to the stage of language comprehension. All of this is done in the brain. This is supported by the theory of Cho, H.M. et al. 2023, provides an explanation of the brain area that play an important role in speech and language. Okay, question number 3. Do you agree with saying that conceptualization needs semantic knowledge? Psycholinguistics use various terms to name this stage. For example, Garrett 1982 calls it as pre-linguistic or language neutral. Stexelbin 1996 called this stage as the stage of thinking for speaking. Rivincent M. de Ferreira S. 2006 calls this stage and message planning, and so forth. Semantic knowledge refers to the understanding of language and its meaning. This kind of knowledge allows a person to communicate effectively by being able to formulate and determine the message they want to convey before speaking. It is like having a mental dictionary that helps you choose the right words of what you want to say based on their meanings. For example, if someone wants to explain how much they enjoy a movie, they might use words like entertaining, enjoying, or captivating. Instead of simply saying it was good by using more descriptive words, they can better convey their thoughts and feelings about the movie. Having semantic knowledge also means being able to interpret other people's message correctly. For instance, if someone says, "I'm fine," in response to a question about the are feeling, semantic knowledge will help you to understand that this could mean anything from actually feeling fine to hiding negative emotions. Overall, semantic knowledge plays an essential role in effective communication by allowing us to express ourselves clearly and understand others accurately. Warren P. 2013 argues that when we want to speak, we will start the speaking process with a notion or an abstract idea about that we are going to say in our minds before we choose and use words and sentence structure to express the idea. This process helps us to talk about our experience, current situation, and life in word. When we want to speak meaningfully, we first need to have an abstract idea or underlying meaning in our minds. So if someone wants to communicate effectively through speech, they must go through the process of conceptualizing first. Next question about what do you know of semantical microplanning and semantical macroplanning? Explain your answer with example. Okay, macroplanning is thought to be the elaboration of communication, goal into sub-goals and connection. Then, with the relevant information, microplanning assign the correct shape to this pieces of information and deciding on the focus of the utterance. Formulation is divided into lexicalization and syntactic planning. If conceptualization takes place in the brain, which part of the brain runs the function? Explain your answer with theory and example. Okay, there are 3 areas of the brain have crucial roles in speech and language: Wernicke's area, Broca's area, as well as angular gyrus area. each of the area performs different function in language production. When next area is a part of our brain that helps us process language. It does this by starting with pre-linguistic activities, which means it helps us determine the concept we want to communicate and choose the right express ourselves. Once Bernick's area has done its job, it sends all this information over Broca area. Broca area is responsible for producing speech, so it handles the articulation stage, basically getting our moods, muscles moving in just the right way to what we want to say. Finally, there's something called angular gyrus area. This part of our brain receives language product that come after broadcast area has finished its work up until comprehend what someone else is saying or reading. So if you are listening to someone speak or reading a book, your angular gyrus area is working hard. Okay, next, the last question. What do you know about pause, psycholinguistic pause, feel pause? Okay, first, pause. Pause is conceptual occurs when you stop talking. And a second, psychological pause is, it means being silent, but being silent because you are thinking about speaking. And the last, feel pause. Feel pause is like, uh, uh, mm, uh, you know, but the speaking process is still going on, but it takes time to think of the right words or the right sentence. Okay, thank you very much. That's all for me. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.